January fixed. We're going to call it January fixed, not January 6th. It was January fixed. Maybe we can make that a thing because it was a total setup. Now, for 2 years, this show has been asking some basic questions about that day that nobody else seems to be terribly interested in. Who left the doors open for the protesters to just come on in? Ashley Babbitt being prosecuted. Who was Ray Epps? And how is it that the Capitol Police could have failed so miserably in their basic job, securing the Capitol building? Those questions off limits for not only the January 6th committee, but for the corrupt and incurious media as well, who are apparently content to be lied to or are willing to lie themselves. Not me and not Tucker Carlson. Tonight, we're grateful for what Tucker Carlson did and maybe a little bit envious, but the important part is the information, is the story, and House Speaker McCarthy, Kevin McCarthy, granted Tucker access to thousands of hours of security camera footage from the Capitol on January 6th. Now first, remember this guy, the horns guy? Now, I've said for 2 years, he did not break anything. He did not hurt anybody. And at times, he seemed like he was actually assisted by Capitol Police, that they were helping him along. And now we know he was.
If you drink coffee in the morning, stop and watch this. It has been linked to this.
Virtually every moment of his time inside the Capitol was caught on tape. The tapes show that Capitol Police never stopped Jacob Chansley. They helped him. They acted as his tour guides. Here's video of Chansley in the Senate chamber. Capitol Police officers take him to multiple entrances and even try to open locked doors for him. We counted at least 9 officers who were within touching distance of unarmed Jacob Chansley. Not one of them even tried to slow him down.
How do you explain that? There is no explanation for that. The Capitol Hill Police failed us and may have been complicit in some of this. Next.
Chansley understood that Capitol Police were his allies. Video shows him giving thanks for them in a prayer on the floor of the Senate. Watch.
Thank you, Heavenly Father, for giving the inspiration needed to these police officers to allow us in this building.
Isn't that amazing? Now, Jacob Chansley's mother will be joining us soon. This is evidence, by the way, we don't believe his lawyer had access to. Jacob Chansley is in prison tonight, serving a 3 to 4 year federal sentence. How are they going to explain this? All right, next, the late Brian Sicknick, Capitol Hill police officer who died the day after on January 7th. Now, first, we were lied to and told MAGA rioters threw a fire extinguisher at his head. That was not true. Another lie, but a lie that helped mythologize and glorify the Democrats' version of January 6th. Joe Biden even attended the memorial service for Officer Sicknick. But Officer Sicknick was alive and well on January 6th at the time when we were later told he was dying.
Here is surveillance footage of Sicknick walking in the Capitol after he was supposedly murdered by the mob outside. By all appearances, Sicknick is healthy and vigorous. He's wearing a helmet, so it's hard to imagine he was killed by a head injury. Whatever happened to Brian Sicknick was very obviously not the result of violence he suffered at the entrance to the Capitol. This tape overturns the single most powerful and politically useful lie the Democrats have told us about January 6th. This tape would shatter the fraud they were perpetrating on the country, because hiding the truth served their political interest. They lied about the police officer they claimed to revere. If they were willing to do that, then their dishonesty knew no limits.
No limits regarding January 6th or just about anything else. It's incredible. Prince William of England even sent a letter of sympathy to the Sicknick family. That's fine, but under the false impression that Sicknick was killed by who would object to the counting of electoral votes on January 6th. And under the Electoral Count Act of 1887, that's entirely legal, no matter how much the left tries to say that's insurrectionist behavior. The left tried to say that Josh Hawley retreated like a coward from the riot he started. Another lie.
The committee released video of him loping out of the building on the afternoon of January 6th with a police escort. The tape became a staple on social media. The actual videotape shows that Hawley was one of many lawmakers being ushered out of the building by Capitol Hill police officers. And in fact, Hawley was at the back of the pack. The coward tape was a lie, one of many from the January 6th committee.
Yes, that committee lying like this and their colleagues in the swamp and media and big tech, they don't respect us, and that's fine. I feel better without it, and you should too. So this was major news, broke January 6th. Hundreds still face charges and are in jail, and not a damn thing in the New York Times. They wouldn't write about it. Nope. Wrote about spiders, wrote about gender. How about the Washington Post? Nothing. Nothing. Even though every political reporter in the world was watching Tucker's show last night, they're not reporting on it. Now, what they're starting to do, they're trying to debunk it. That's without evidence. This is a fake narrative he's trying to come up with. It's not, but they are trying this.
Bit of a fact check this morning after Fox News host Tucker Carlson aired previously unseen video of the assault on the Capitol on his show last night. What Carlson did is use selected clips from surveillance tapes provided to him by House Speaker Kevin McCarthy to claim falsely that journalists and lawmakers lied about the January 6th attack on the Capitol.
He proved conclusively that they were lying about the January 6th situation. Conclusively. Select clips. You have to select clips. You have to. 40,000 hours, just like the January 6th committee did. However, they omitted this stuff. We've already seen their stuff. There's more stuff. It's not surprising that the fake news would try to debunk something that they don't really even understand or want to understand. But this is kind of surprising to me still. Tucker's newsroom starts at 9 o'clock, goes to 11 with these two. Did they touch on it? No.
Thanks, guys. Good morning, everyone. Kidnapped in broad daylight. The FBI investigating the abduction of 4 Americans in Mexico.
But here it appears the 4 Americans were shot by a mistake.
Video. It's a play-by-play of Sunday's fiery attack on Atlanta's Cop City.
Going on over there. Most of them don't care about the story. They don't care about the people in jail. They don't care about Ashley Babbitt. They care about money. They care about attention. They care about book deals. They don't care about the truth. And quite frankly, I don't think they care about this country. Common sense. So I started with the horns guy way back when.
Attention, everyone. Dan.
With the horns guy way back when. There were serious failures on January 6th that no one seems to be talking about. Failures in security. They've got hundreds of Capitol Hill police officers. They have a budget of something like $700 million a year. And we've all seen the video by now. In certain areas, some of these folks were just allowed right on in, getting directions and yelling a lot, howling, I should say. By the way, look at that. They literally seem to be saying the Senate chamber is this way. Yeah, and it's true. And now it's confirmed. I mean, we have this footage, and what Tucker has provided is a major, major contribution, all right? But some of us were onto this and have been watching it for a long time.